Well, howdy friends, Brian Flechsig of Mad River Outfitters in the Midwest Fly Fishing Schools, and welcome back to another one of our fly fishing tutorials. Today we're going to cover a topic which we have covered almost ad nauseum, but that's leaders. Yeah, I'm going to talk more about leaders. But I tell you friends, it's unbelievable. We still get questions every single day of our lives, whether it's via email, which is always the best way to send questions, on the phone or here in the shop in person. The amount of confusion that surrounds leaders and proper leaders is still just overwhelming. So we're gonna really kind of start a little mini series here, but you can always go back and to our Getting Started in Fly Fishing program, episode 9. There's probably a link right there to episode 9, but that'll kind of give you an overview of leaders. But we're just going to do, I don't know, 5 or 6 episodes covering leader basics, maybe learn a few things we didn't teach you there. And then, of course, you can search our YouTube channel for dozens of other videos about leaders. So today I just want to start off by talking about the simple fact that a leader, a proper leader, it's tied for your most important piece of gear. You might be able to argue that your fly is your most important piece of gear. Okay, that's what the fish is going to see, and that's what it's going to entice him to eat. But if you don't have a proper leader to deliver that fly and then to make that fly act like food or allow a lifelike presentation, well then what good is the world's best fly? And this flies in the face of what you'll hear in a lot of, I mean, we even have people tell us that they were in a fly shop or in a big box store, or they were on a chat room on the internet, and somebody said, well, your leader doesn't matter. The leader's the least important piece of gear. And of course the fly fishing industry is never gonna tell you how important this is, because they want you to believe it's the rod, the reel, the line, your fancy Patagucci jacket or whatever that's more important. But there's just nothing more important than your fly and your leader. Again, we're going to do this in kind of a series, so make sure you stay tuned. Make sure you subscribe, because that really helps us out. And stay tuned, because we're going to be talking a lot more about leader basics. So first and foremost, the word leader. It's very important to understand that that equals a tapered butt section plus a tippet, what's called the tippet. And it is wildly important to have a tapered butt section, okay? That tapered butt section, you can almost kind of think of it as a continuation of your fly line. Okay, the energy that comes off the tip of your fly line, it's got to have somewhere to go. So it goes into that thick part of the leader. In fact, somebody sent us a question the other day that at a big box store, somebody told them that the thin part of the leader is what you attach to the fly line. The thick part of the leader is where you tie the fly. I'm serious. It's just unbelievable the amount of confusion and misinformation. The thick part of the leader is what attaches to the fly line, and that's for a reason. It's physics. So as that energy travels down that butt section, that energy is dissipated until it reaches the final destination, which is called your tippet. And your tippet is the business end to which you're going to tie the fly. Okay? Again, very important, when you buy a leader off the wall, remember this equation, butt plus tippet. It has a butt and a tippet. You do not necessarily need to add tippet. Now, there might be some cases where you might want to, and we'll talk about that, but for all intents and purposes, as a beginner, intermediate, even advanced angler, you do not need to add tippet. Again, so many places tell you that you've got to add tippet right out of the package. Well, it says leader. So it has a butt and it has a tippet on it. When would you want to buy tippet material also? Well, you're almost always going to buy tippet material along with a leader, because that's going to save you money in the long run. Because what's going to happen is your leader's going to start off as a full leader. And then you cut back, you cut back, you cut back, because you got a fly caught in a tree, you changed flies, you changed that fly, and now your tippet is no longer a tippet. it's just a T. It's not a full tippet. And your leader is no longer a full leader, it's just a lee, because you've cut back the tippet. If you want to make this a leader, it's got to have butt plus tippet. So what you're going to do is you're going to pull off a piece of tippet. You're going to tie a simple surgeon's knot, which we've shown you to do. So there's a link right there or down in the description. And you're going to attach a new piece of tippet. Okay? So super, super simple. When you buy a leader out of the package, it says leader. It contains a butt and a tippet. You're eventually going to want to buy some tippet so that you can rebuild this leader and you're not constantly going through leaders. Actually, buying tippet will save you a lot of money in the long run. So next time we're together, we're going to talk about the variables on the front of this package, which is the 3X and then also the length of the leader. Okay, so we'll talk about those variables. We're also going to talk to you about how to properly take a leader out of a package without getting it tangled, and then how to properly put it back in the package. And then we'll keep going. We'll keep talking about leaders. In the meantime, again, go back and watch episode 9 of our Getting Started in Fly Fishing program. And again, be sure to subscribe so you don't miss an episode. And if you ever have any questions about leaders and tippets, stay tuned and/or shoot us an email or give us a call here at the shop. Customer service is what we do for a living. Fly fishing is what we love and what we sell. So thanks as always for watching. Stay tuned. We're going to talk more about leaders and tippets in coming episodes. So stay tuned.